I'll say hello to today's poor ass lighting, but it matches my mood, so whatever. It's been longer than I intended between videos, partly because of a minor editing issue between me and Lightworks. Which, yeah, if you've noticed that there's a bit, as my videos go on, the syncing between the audio and video is getting weird. Yeah, I've noticed that too, and I am attempting to do something about it, but it has been several days of just fucking bullshit. It upsets me. So I'm going to try another editing program, and we're going to see how that works. Like, who knows, maybe we'll just have to get used to weird lip syncs. Yeah, the other issue has been my depression, which has been super fun over the past week. And by super fun, I mean a big pile of bullshit. I have depression, and I have always had depression. Like, you know, back in the earliest times, I can remember things that I think that was depression. You know, from being like a preteen, and definitely through my teenage years, and just continuously. My mum's side of my family have always also been depressed. It's definitely a genetic thing. My dad's had some incidents of depression, but that's generally been like shitty life bringing him down moments. So he's like had depression, but then, you know, gone back to being okay. But yeah, I sort of, it was about when I was 19, 20, when it got really serious, partly because I'd moved out of my parents' circle of influence and I'd gone off to uni, and I was on the one hand having a great time at uni, and on the other hand not having anyone else to both look after me and to help look after meant I didn't have very much structure in my life, and that just spiraled down into a big thing where I didn't eat and I slept a lot and I was fucking miserable all the time. I had a bit where I had so much trouble being awake, waking up to go to lectures, that I was on a 48-hour day cycle, or like 36 hours, 48. I would just like stay awake for a day and then sleep for a day. You know, I was sleeping for like 18, 20 hours and wandering around like a zombie sometimes, because I was like, I've been awake for a long time. Did my laundry at 3 in the morning when no one else was there because I'm awake. Which worked, but was probably not healthy at all. But then again, nothing I was doing then was very healthy at all. I really did. I just stopped eating. One of my things when I get into a big depressive thing, I just stop eating. Partly because I just forget, and partly because I sort of think, the little depression voice is like, maybe you don't deserve to eat. And I did that a lot in uni, and I got to the point where I could never tell if I was hungry or not. And I still have a lot of trouble telling if I'm hungry. It's just like, I don't have, you know, hunger pangs so much. Sometimes, but it just generally it gets to the point where I think, whoa, I feel really dizzy and faint. What the hell? Oh, I've not eaten for 12 hours. Oh, that's what you. Yeah, which is not helpful. And I'm very lucky that. Well, I was very lucky in uni that my soon-to-be partner, he wasn't quite my boyfriend then, but he was definitely my friend, and he came around a lot and threw rocks at my window until I got up and said, have you eaten today? And I go, no, and he'd go, right, let's cook. And yeah, I mean, like, you say like people save your life. He literally did save my life on, you know, a couple of occasions, and one of them was just making sure that I ever ate during uni, and another one was with some big panic attacks and big like suicidal moments where he was there, partly because he wakes up really early in the morning. So when I was having a massive issue at 4 a.m. because I'd been awake for 2 days, the only person who I knew would be even vaguely awake would be John. So it would just be like, "Hi, can I come round yours?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, like, you know, chill round." But yeah, so like, things definitely came to a huge head in uni, and I went back home after the first year, and I was talking to my mum, and it just sort of all piled out how awful I was feeling. And she said, "That's depression." And it was like, "Oh, you were damn right." Boom, light bulb, it is depression. She said, "Let's book you an appointment with the doctor." So I went to her doctor. And he was like, "Yeah, that is some hella depression. Would you like to deal with that?" And I've been on various forms of medication since then, and which has definitely been a great improvement. It's just I don't think my brain has the right number of happy chemicals ever. And so a little added bump is just enough to keep me going. Because when I first went on pills, I was thinking like, oh, you know, just like, why can't you don't medicate yourself forever? And like, you're changing your body, it's all natural. And, you know, you're going to be reliant on these chemicals for your life. And it's like, yeah. I wanted to get off them. I didn't want to like mess with everything. I didn't want to be stuck, trapped with this medication forever. And so I'd spent, you know, like time on them, and I thought, right, we're going to go off them. And I went off them with my doctor say so. He was sort of like, we'll reduce it down nicely, and then we'll go off them over this period, and we'll see how it is. And it was fucking awful. It was just a really awful, because I'd had such a better time on the medication that I wasn't used to anymore, being that awfully sad all the time. And I just, oh man, I had some bits during that time off the medication where it was almost like I was having vomiting fits, but they were crying fits, and I just like, but cry, like it was just like it was vomiting tears, and I just wouldn't know where it was coming from. It would just be hours of crying. And so I went back to my doctor and was like, "Yes, get me right back on that medication, son, right back." And I have come to terms with it, the fact that I don't think I'm ever going to be off medication, and I'm fine. You come to terms with the fact that your brain is not working how you want it to, and so you have altered something. In the same way that if I had lost a leg, I would not be like, "Oh, I don't know if I can rely on crutches or a wheelchair or like a prosthetic limb all my life. That's just being reliant on something." It's like, well, yeah, but you have to be. Like, human beings are reliant on a lot of things. I'm reliant on fucking tea and food and clothing, living indoors. These are all things I'm reliant on, but you just have to, you have to come to terms with you need that, and so you're going to make sure you have it. And I mean, pills are still not freaking marvellous. I've been on a lot of different types because I sort of stay on them for a year, 2 years, and then they slowly stop working as well. And I keep upping the dose until I'm on the highest dose of these pills, and then we swap to a new pill. And there was one that I was on that, I mean, I was on a high dose of that, and it was quite like powerful stuff, and the withdrawal symptoms were hellish. And the thing is, I got withdrawal symptoms if I forgot to take one dose. It wasn't like, oh, I've forgot my meds for a week. It was like, I forgot my meds this morning, and now I feel like death. And there was one that I had to go off because I'm hoping one day to become pregnant, and they had massive issues with their unborn. It really affected your unborn child, so I went off them. And then I didn't end up getting pregnant. It's in the works, but it's not happened yet because of other things that came up. But still, you know, we're gonna go there. Medication is not the be all and end all of it though. It's definitely a help. It's a crutch, and I do mean that in a bad way. It's a crutch as in, I have broken my leg and I need a crutch to get about to help with the broken leg. I need a crutch for my brain, because otherwise my brain will sabotage absolutely everything and fuck itself over and kill us. So there we are. There you go. This is part one, like I said on the front, of several. And I'm going to be, the next couple of videos from me are going to be uploading the next parts of this. Probably 3, I think, and then probably over the next few days. Yeah, maybe every 2 days. See how it goes. And if you've enjoyed this, like it, and comment and subscribe. I mean, if you haven't enjoyed it, fucking dislike it, I don't care. Apparently it still counts on YouTube's little metrics. But, you know, comment and if you've had your own crazy drugs experiences, or, you know, if you've come to terms with being permanently on drugs. It always sounds so much cooler when you just say drugs rather than prescription drugs that a doctor gave to me and that the government pays for and that I take every day at a reasonable time with a glass of orange juice. That's not rock and roll. But then again it is, because it keeps me rocking and rolling, so there you go. Yeah, subscribe if you're interested in other sorts like this. You can ring a bell. Ring a ding. I don't know why you ring the bell. It does something. Everyone on YouTube says you should ring it. Ring the bell. And see you for the next part. Bye bye, internet. Bye bye.